Hey you guys, welcome in and thank you so much for clicking on this video. My name is Brianna, which means noble and strong, and I do godly content. So as you come in, please hit that like button so we can get this godly content pushed down this YouTube algorithm. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into the video. All right, you guys, so this video is about a few demons that the devil sent while I was Ubering into my car. Y'all, it really feels like a perfect setup each time to get these people in my car to attempt to attack me or attempt to make me fear them. So I guess let's just get right into it. Number one is going to be the Freemason. And you guys, I told you guys about that story in this story time. I got into detail about it here. Basically, I picked this man up from a hospital. This hospital is where I picked up a lot of strange people, but I picked him up from the strange hospital. And when I picked him up from the hospital, he got right into it, trying to basically court me or ease his way into basically trying to get me to be a Freemason as well. This man sat in my car about 30 minutes plus after I was at his apartment complex, which was a very expensive apartment complex, by the way, you guys. Like, it was like $10,000 a month or something like that for that apartment complex. But yeah, he sat in my car for about 30 minutes plus, trying to ease his way in, trying to convince me to basically sign up to be a Freemason. If you want to see the details of that story, go watch this video right here. Number two, I would say would be the craziest one. I picked this man up from the hospital as well. And when I picked this man up, I was kind of in my head because his drop off location was by my past high school, so that was kind of what was in my head and was going through my head. The whole time this man was in my car, he was saying creepy, crazy stuff in the background. I I had just woken up, so I was like new to being able to like see spirits on people and feel them and acknowledge them. But the whole time I remember when I reflect back to it, I remember he had a very dark spirit on him, a dark, very angry spirit on him. And he was trying his hardest to like let me see it. And I was just kind of like in my own world, minding my business. Because at that time, I was just so like in tune with God. Like, fear was like, what's fear? Like, I mean, I'm like that now too. Like, as long as I have a connection with God, it's like, what would I be fearing you for type stuff. So that's how I felt in that car ride. I'm sitting here daydreaming about high school, and he over here making creepy comments on his breath and saying creepy stuff under to me and all types of stuff. And when we pulled up to his house, I remember I finally like looked back at him. And when I looked back at him, I can't remember if like he had like a weapon. Like, when I think back on it, I feel like he had a knife or something like that. And we were kind of like just sitting there, and I'm waiting for him to get out my car, and he's like trying to make me acknowledge that he has a weapon. I'm just kind of like, okay, like, and get out my car. And my thing with people like this that try to make me fear them, I got this thing ever since like I woke up. Like, it's like 100% no fear. And I'll look at you like I'm giving 100% no fear. Like, I know who my God is. I got a connection with God. Like, you can't make me fear. You can't make me scared of you. You can't, like, do something then type stuff. And that's how I looked at him. And when I look back at him like that, he like did another thing where he like kind of was like trying to make me see that his hate some more. But what he did after that was go ahead and get up out my car type stuff. So that was another one. The third one, I'm gonna give you guys four. Third one was I had gotten a request to go pick up somebody at a church. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I go to the church and I'm like looking for this person. Like, the church had like a U thing, like a driveway that goes around the church, like a U. And so like I'm going around in circles trying to find this person. I'm like, what the heck? Where's this person at? And so like after a couple of times going around, I finally see somebody hiding in the trees, and I'm just like, what the heck? And so that's another one. I seen a spirit on like it was either a spirit of like you were out of your mind on drugs, or you're just literally out of your mind, like looking at me from the trees, not coming out from the trees. And I'm so not in fear. I'm sitting there waiting for the person, like, you gonna come? Like, I'm like, you gonna come instead of just driving off. And I feel like that was like God protecting me, not allowing him to come out, because there was something obviously seriously wrong with that guy, and I was just like in lottie dottie land. Eventually, when he just did not come, I just kind of canceled the ride. I'm sorry these are so quick, you guys, but it's like yes, they were like extreme situations, but I was so not in fear that I wasn't bothered. So it was what it was. I would say the fourth one, this is another one God protected me in this situation. I had a delivery and it was in this weird area of, like I said, of houses. There was no street lights. And I'm taking the delivery to the person's house and I cannot find the person's house or their direct address for whatever reason. And I tried so many times. And so I finally ended up just going back to my car and messaging them like, hey, I can't find the address that you got on here. And like it's like he was trying really hard to get me to show up to the house, but for some reason the address couldn't be found. So it was basically like you need to come out and get your food from my car or you're not gonna get your food type stuff. Eventually he comes out, this dude comes out his house wrapped in a towel, you guys. Only a towel, wearing a towel. And at the time, I didn't really know it, but now that I look back on it, this man was wrapped in the lust spirit, over lust, just all lust. And he was doing what he was doing on purpose. And who knows what he would have done if I would have showed up to his door type stuff. So I just quickly like gave him the food and like drove off or whatever because he had like a nice build. He was very muscular and everything. Older, not too much older, but like 30 to 40, something like that. Not an ugly guy, just like wrapped in lust type stuff. And I've seen in the Uber business too, people think that Uber drivers always want to get it on with people for some reason. That's a thing, I guess. But um I just seen that he had intentions that he was trying to play out, but he didn't get to play them out because for some reason I was just unable to find the address. But yeah, y'all, that's like the four. I know it's simple and it doesn't seem as extreme, but you guys gotta understand that attacks from the devil can be the smallest things, you guys. And it is the smallest things to lead you astray and lead you in a direction where fear, you're either opening up to the spirits of the demons and bringing them into yourself or fearing the devil in some form of a way. I know a big one that I seen my entire time Ubering, which really like led me to see that people are literally out here living in fear, you guys. Fear of everything, fear of everybody. Every time somebody got in my car, 100%, every time they left, make sure you're safe out here. Make sure you're safe. Like, oh my gosh, just be safe out here. Like everybody had the same tip, and I'm just like, I'm good. I got a relationship with God. Like it got to a point where I was just like having to say it like out loud, like chill out. I'm good. I got a relationship with God. When I would say stuff like that, they would be like, oh my gosh, like she really thinks she's okay, but she's not okay. Like people are really out here living in fear, you guys. And then the other one I would say is when I ran into all the time was the over talkative spirit, you guys. A lot of that came from fear. People feel like they need to talk to you because they need to check your temperature and things like that because they don't have discernment. They're not able to see spirits working through people, see things like that based off of just like people's presence. They need to have a full conversation where somebody can be easily lying to you and you still can be misled. So it's like a waste of time anyway. But people are over talkative in that sense where they got to try to get a full feel for you. And then also the over talkative spirit to where people need to have a full conversation or they feel disrespected or they feel like somebody hates them. And a lot of this where people need to do this where they can't sit in silence. This is why I enjoy talking to quiet people over talkative people, is because people like that need to talk. And I made a video about this too, you guys. This video right here about the over talkative spirit. But people who need to talk, need to connect with people at all times of the day, can't sit in silence, can't deal with themselves, can't deal with just talking to God and themselves. It's because they got demons that are dealing with them that are in their head, um, basically attacking them and making them think about things that they don't want to think about when they're not connecting and talking, overly talking, and they'll over talk someone down to where they take that person, all that person's energy, just because they want to avoid themselves, avoid the things that they're dealing with, which I feel is very, very disrespectful. And I feel like it's pretty much just demonic, if you ask me. Yo, there were people that literally threw fits in the back of my car when I was on more of a quiet tip, like, or if I was just playing music. If I didn't really talk, if I just was on some high, you know, welcome in, confirming their name. They literally would throw fits in the back of my car, you guys. And sometimes you gotta realize that sometimes when the people that want to urgently, extremely talk to you, that can be demonic people that are just trying to attack you through conversation. Or it can just be people that are dealing with their own demons that don't want to deal with their demons. There should be no reason that you should be upset that somebody doesn't want to talk to you guys. That's weirdo energy. And definitely stop getting mad if people don't want to talk to you. Pray to God for discernment so you can see more about that person through their presence rather than having to try to get all the information out of them because they can be lying anyways. But stop caring about people sharing their lifestyle to you just so you know how you want to treat them. You should be kind, loving, a good person to somebody just because you want to be that way. If you're being that way because of you heard their life story, it's very transactional. Do the inner work that you need to be doing so you don't be out here trying to pry in other people's lives, avoiding the inner work that you need to be doing. The Bible literally says multiple times that it's better to be quiet. So obviously, it's better to be quiet. That doesn't mean that you can't be out here talking to people, but that does mean think before you speak, observe before you speak, and watch what you say because the words do have power. And if this video is proof of anything, this video is proof that we shouldn't be out here fearing nobody but the Lord. The devil can send whoever he wants to send, do whatever he wants to do. But at the end of the day, if you're having a true, authentic relationship and connection with God, why would you fear anybody else? Why would you fear anything that he sends to try to get you off track? But yeah, you guys, that's all I have to say for today. Thank you so much for watching this video, and thank you so much for making it to the end. Please hit that like button so we can get this godly content pushed down this YouTube algorithm. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.